In this video I have an electronics kit. So this is a Musicolor 4. These were designed by Electronics Australia, and the kit sold through places like JCar, Dick Smith, Alltronics and those sort of places. And it's basically, as you can see from these little boxes here, it's a light sequencer. So it's basically designed for sort of party use. You'd have 4 of those par 38 were they flood lamps, but the coloured ones. Was it red, green, yellow and blue? I think they used to make them in 150 watt type floodlights. Some of them were 120 watt, I think. And you'd set up a column with some of those on it, and you get various chasing effects. You could also have this. Yeah, it's got speaker, microphone. It's got speaker input, so you could sync it to the bass of the music playing, and the lights would flash to that. Also had a microphone, so it could just pick it up rather than actually having to hook into the speaker system. We've got sensitivity, auto, not sure what that does exactly. Speed, so you can adjust the speed of it. We've got LEDs on the front to show us if it's working. I think there's triacs in this and these power points on the back. So I can switch, I'm not sure how many watts, but probably, well, the power cord would determine, it's only a pretty flimsy one, how much power can go through this thing, but at least 150 watt light bulbs will be fine on that. Incandescent type ones. Load, not sure what that does. Power on off, music or oscillator, so that must switch it between the music input and internal oscillator. And these were quite a popular kit. I mean, as you can see, that's a Mark IV. I'm not sure if they really went much past that. Very popular in the 80s. I had a friend who used to be a mobile DJ, and he built several of these and used to take them to parties and stuff, set them up along with his sound equipment. And they did the job for a bit of sort of lighting. Nothing too spectacular. I mean, it's, you know, not quite up there with Gareth Emery and his Laserface shows. But it did the job back in the day, especially for like, yeah, sort of backyard parties or a basic sort of disco type setup. And what have we got here? K&W, yeah, it must be the instrument case maker, in a beautiful hammer-tone blue. So very 80s, maybe even 70s. I don't know when they, like I say, what model they got up to with these kits. I'll have to look them up, and what year they all were from. But I'm pretty sure this one was getting around more like mid-80s, maybe early 80s. Electronics Australia did put out a magazine which was just full of projects, not their normal magazine. And it had a picture of, I think, one of these on the front end, plus the coloured lights that go with it, possibly in operation. Quite a bit of dust in it. Oh, there's our microphone. And what have they done here? They've stuck it on a piece of copper wire down to the transformer mount. M2851 transformer, could be Dick Smith, could be Alltronics. Someone, the fact it's in a box like this, I think they normally come out in the plastic cases. Could be wrong about that, but don't think this was a Dick Smith box, so someone may have made this themselves. Possibly made their own circuit board and stuff. I think we'll get the dust out of there before we do anything. I'll at least get a bit of it off so I can see what we're looking at. But it's a bunch of CMOS ICs, 4000 series. I've got an LM339, it's probably something to do with the audio. 40194, 74C14, I think. Was that a chaser of some sort? Or it's, you know, 10 output switch or something. What is that thing? A RC... Oh, 4136, don't know what that is. Ray C79, could it be that older chip? A UA4136, no, I don't actually recognise some of these chips. I thought they were all just CMOS. 4136 again, 4030, 4013, I think was a flip-flop or something. 4019, can't remember what that is. And then we've got a bunch of opto couplers to completely isolate these triacs, which will be some common type or not. For some reason there's 2 blue and 2 grey ones. I think the blue ones are SC141s, which was a standard sort of thing you'd get in a Dick Smith kit. Someone's done a weird job of bending the leads, and God, one of them's almost touching the heatsink, which is not too good. The other two are some sort of RCA 1230M or something. So it does look more and more like it's probably a homemade job. 7912, and that's probably 7812, yeah. So we've got 2 voltage rails there. I can't see any print on this, any copper printing on the back of this board that would suggest it is a purchased circuit board, so it might be a homemade job. But I guess we can plug it in and actually see if that at least sequence the lights on the front. I mean, about all you could really do is overload one of the triacs or short it out and blow it maybe. Well, we've got 2 lights on, oh 4 lights on. Oh, something's, wow, what is going on here? Not looking too promising. What are we on? Oscillator. I would say this thing doesn't actually work. Yeah, it's not looking too promising, that's for sure. No, going by those LEDs. Well, the speed adjusts it. At least makes those ones flick more. But those are staying on. Sensitivity. Oh, what have we got? Music. Oh, Musicolor. That's. I think Musicolor does vary the lights. Each one pulses up and down in brightness depending on the music. Chaser should chase across, forward, reverse and auto. Load. Oh, there you go. You got to hit load. So maybe you can have the lights off and then you hit load to start the sequence. This should. No, it doesn't do a double running light. Put in auto and it probably just changes. That's reverse. That's forward. Auto. Oh, maybe this is something you got. The auto control has something to do with it. And now it's decided to run backwards. I don't know how we get it to do these other chasing modes. That's Musicolor mode. Oh, something's. Let's go to microphone. Oh. Yeah, so that makes a couple of them blink. You'd think all of them would do something. So I'm not sure this thing's working as it's intended. Yeah, there should be like 2 lights in the chaser, I would assume. Oh, speed certainly getting the disco going there. At that point they're just flashing lights. Don't know what this auto thing does. Yeah, sensitivity is just for the microphone. Yeah, pattern doesn't seem to do a thing. But you can see how that could work. But 2 of the channels don't seem to do a thing in that mode. Almost like the sensitivity. Oh yeah, if we turn the sensitivity right down. That pot's a bit noisy maybe. Maybe it's designed to leave one running or something. Wouldn't have thought so. So yeah, just a basic sort of light controller. Guess So we can check to see if the outputs actually work on this thing. Got a couple of light bulbs left. I'm not sure if they're any good. They're not they're only the little 40 watts, so they're just like the festoon lighting type lamps. I do have a baton holder with a power cord on it here. Oh, well, it was flashing. Oh, is that because? Oh, yeah, that's flashing with the pulsing. And then when I speak loud enough by the look of it, well, that's music mode there. Turn up the sensitivity a bit. That's reacting to me clicking the switch. Oscillator, load. Oh, we're still on Musicolor. How do I get rid of that? Oh, chaser. So I've just been checking each output actually works. Let's put a red light bulb in for something a bit more exciting. See if it even works. That output's good. That output's good. That output's good. I'll hook up another one or two. Well, with the light globes hooked up, it's gone different. This mode almost works now. Have I got these in the right order though? That's weird. Music mode. Back to Musicolor. Doesn't really modulate. Oh, that one's there. They're finally turning off. That doesn't do anything. Oscillator. Can't get my normal tracer back. I don't, or maybe I changed the auto thing. Now it's looking more like the average fish and chip shop. We're on chaser mode. We press that. It should now work. Oh, yeah, here we go. No, we're back to the flashing. Oh no, it's working. We're in chase mode. It's hard to tell because the light bulbs are now lighting up the LEDs and making them look weird. We should be able to go back to reverse. Not very interesting after a short while. Put in auto, it should change direction eventually. Maybe. Or not. There it goes, it's decided to change its sequence, so that's kind of cool that you can just have it randomly do what it wants. Oh, it's gone back the other way now. Oh, maybe this auto mode adjustment. Where'd my yellow light bulb go? It's died on me. Oh, there it is. Where's my red gone then? One of them's gone. Oh, if you turn the auto right up, it kind of randomly... Oh, I did change mode there. Oh, this is quite random, isn't it? So all these modes do some random stuff. That one's quite predictable. Yeah, this mode just seems to bypass one of the lamps, and it goes through these three, so maybe that's the different sequences. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, so it is working, I think. Oh no, so it's gone through those three now. Okay, that's a bit weird. So they should do 2 and then 2. Yeah, those two, then that one. No, I haven't got the yellow with that other one yet. Oh yeah. Okay, so it does have different modes while I got. What's this one? So you've got to turn that auto up to get that. If you turn it down, it just goes back to the 4 in a row. Gotcha. So you can sort of get it going. Not sure if the pattern's really changed there. Oh, you can see a bit of difference. Turn the auto down, then we just get the... So you could tweak the knobs on this a bit, I guess, and change the show up a bit, even if it's in sort of automatic sequencer mode. Guess this thing might actually be good to hook up to that set of traffic lights I'm currently cleaning up. Could get one of those sort of effects they show in movies and stuff where the traffic lights go crazy and all the different lights basically do what these ones are doing. It's probably the sort of thing they use to create that sort of effect. Let's go to Musicolor. Auto, sensitivity high. Well, that gives an idea what the thing does. One of the light globes seems to stay on, which is why I removed it in the end. So I'm not sure if that's meant to happen. Would have thought not. Might look up in Electronics Australia a bit more about this thing. Probably be able to find in a Dick Smith catalogue how much they were selling the kits for. And whether this thing's actually working properly or not, I'm not 100% sure. But using that auto mode seems to make sense of these other patterns. 3 globes, 2 globes, 2 in the other position, and just a single chaser. Once you turn down the auto, it just goes back to single chaser mode. The Musicolor seems to work quite well. You can definitely see that globe was reacting to the high frequency. I think that was more the low. That was somewhere in between maybe. So the basic concept of it seems to work quite well. Shame it'd be very hard to get those coloured par 38 lamps anymore. I do have a yellow one somewhere, I think, and that's it. Because it'd be kind of cool to set it up with the original lights it was intended to work with. I think somewhere I've got a green one of these light bulbs. Maybe they make LED ones now for festoons or something. Have to see what I can find. Be nice to sort of set it up and get an idea what it's like with the sort of original colour scheme. But that's basically what it is. It was just a DIY project. I don't think you could actually buy anything quite like this, or if you could, it would have cost much more than what these things cost to build. Still would have been a bit of work in assembling all that, a few hours work there to build the thing. But useful if you're a DJ or something. They get pretty boring if you're just using them yourself in your home or something. Or maybe some people really like it, but I find these sort of things tend to get fairly boring after a while, especially in the sort of set pattern mode. But once you really speed this thing up a bit, it's a little bit, gets you in a little bit of a sort of trance from all the different colours flashing so quickly. It certainly gives a bit of atmosphere to things. Like you get in a disco or somewhere, there is a reason people like to have a few drinks, and or other substances for that matter, and a bit of loud music and some flashing lights in an otherwise dark setting. Gives you a bit of escapism for a while. But anyway, that thing, I think it's basically working, except for maybe one output in that sound mode and the Musicolor mode. But it's probably going on 30-40 years old now, this thing, so it's doing pretty well. But anyway, thanks for watching.